It's Brian from the London Contemporary School of Piano, and in this tutorial I'm going to be looking at the different learning styles for piano students. If you're enjoying the videos in our channel and the way we work at the London Contemporary School of Piano, head over to our website contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, where you can request a free resource kit which will include some of the materials from our YouTube videos. So I'm going to break this video up into 4 parts, and I'm going to look at 4 different learning styles. So the first one will be aural, the second one is going to be kinesthetic, the third one will be reading writing, and the fourth one is going to be visual. So I'm going to take the first 4 bars of a song called Faded and teach it to you in each of these 4 different styles. So starting with aural, you're not going to see the overhead camera at all, and you're just going to listen to what I'm doing. So I'm going to take 1 bar at a time, starting with the right hand. Just see can you imitate what I'm playing. And the second time. The second bar then. And again. Let's put those 2 bars together and see could you copy this. And then the third bar is just that note. The fourth bar then is. And if I played bar 3 and 4 together. So now I'm going to play all 4 bars together. So you might notice I'm not saying anything about theory or notes. I just want you to copy completely by ear. If we look at the left hand, I'm going to really slowly play 4 notes. And see could you find this chord. And you do that twice. Let's see if you can find the second chord. So again, let me play that pattern twice. Third chord now. Let's play that twice. And then the final chord. So just before we play the full thing, I'm going to play those chords again. And now I'm going to break them up. Then, if you can remember the right hand, I'm going to play the 2 hands together. One of the things I enjoy most about teaching for the school is the different ways which we can teach the students depending on their learning styles. If you head over to the website, you can fill out an application form and tell us a little bit about yourself and your musical journey. We can then book a discovery session with one of our coaches who would be the best fit for you. So now I'm going to teach it in a style which will suit the kinesthetic learners. And this will be someone who learns well by watching someone else doing something and also by really feeling it themselves. So in this one, I'm just going to, again, do the same thing I did with the aural, play 1 bar at a time, and you're just going to watch my hand and copy exactly what I do. So let's start with the right hand melody. Second bar. And then if we put those 2 bars together. And then let me do the third bar, which is just this note. And then the fourth bar. And if I put 3 and 4 together, so let's play all of the 4 bars now. Now you might see me doing some finger swaps, which you can try, or if you prefer to just keep your finger on the same note, that's okay too. Let's look at the left hand. So we're going to do them first by chords. So here's the first one. Here's your second chord. Third chord. And then the fourth chord. So then we're going to break them up. Do it twice. Let's add the 2 hands together. So this third learning style is going to suit people who learn well by reading and writing. So just going to write the name of what I'm doing here. So if we start with the right hand, I'm just going to play the notes and I'm going to call out the names of the letters as we go. So it's G flat 3 times and then B flat. So we're just going to write that out. When I'm writing out melodies, I tend to actually write the letter names higher if the music's moving up and the letter names going downwards if it's going down, because a lot of people, if you write the letter names linearly, they get confused about when the music is moving upwards or downwards. So I very often use this method. So the second bar then is E flat 3 times and then D flat. So let's write that down. So 3 E flats, D flat. And the third bar is easy, it's just 4 B flats. And then the fourth bar, 3 Fs and E flat. And that's down lower. So in a way, by writing out the letter names, you're memorizing them as you go. So you've got your melody written out. For the left hand, I would actually write out the 3 notes of each chord. And when I'm writing them, I always encourage people to think from the bottom upwards. So I would write E flat, G flat, B flat. So your first chord is E flat minor. It's always a good idea to write the name of the chord just in a box underneath it so that you're recognizing what these 3 notes are. The second chord, C flat major. So C flat, E flat, G flat. Third chord is G flat major. So that's going to be G flat, B flat, D flat. And then your last chord is D flat major. Now we do often get students, that's D flat, F, A flat. So we often get asked by students, why do we write things out in flats as opposed to sharps? Now in this instance, I've just chosen to write them in flats. Remember that G flat major would be the same key as F sharp major. So that's just a matter of choice in this case. Another thing that might help for the pattern of the chord is to write the bottom note, the top note, the middle note, and then the top note. So just so you have a visual of the pattern. And sometimes I'll have students who actually write bottom, top, middle, top, just so they're solidifying in their minds what the pattern is. And you do that pattern twice on each chord. If you're enjoying the videos in our channel and the way we work at the London Contemporary School of Piano, head over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, where you can request a free resource kit, which will include some of the materials from our YouTube videos. So for the visual learners, reading sheet music might actually be the best way to learn a piece of music. So you're going to see the music of this first 4 bars appearing at the bottom of the screen. And again, you just need to know what key you're in. So if you look at the 6 flats, we're in G flat major. It's always a good idea to play your scale first, just to really feel all of these flats. Watch out for the C flat, which is actually going to be a white key, and then the F will be your other white key. So it's all 5 black keys with C flat and F. So a lot of people will find it quite easy then to just read. And with the left hand, even though you're playing one note at a time, it's still good to think of the 3 notes together for each pattern and what chord that makes. So E flat minor, C flat major, G flat major, D flat major. And then you can probably read and play the 2 hands together after you've done that a few times on its own. Now, it is possible to combine different learning styles so that you actually get a more powerful way of learning a piece. So even though I'm reading the music and I'm using my visual, I shouldn't discount my aural. So I should still be listening to what I'm playing and trying to build that into my aural memory. Also, we can use that kinesthetic way to feel it in our hands. So feeling the fingers that you're using. So after trying these 4 different styles of learning these 4 bars, I'd like you to think about which learning style suits you best, and maybe even rank them in order from the one that suited you best to the one that suited you least. And remember that our teaching methods can be adapted to suit the specific learning style of a student. If you head over to the website, you can fill out an application form and tell us a little bit about yourself and your musical journey. We can then book a discovery session with one of our coaches who would be the best fit for you.